Alright, so we did play the Swordsoul Tenyi deck again. This is an updated list. This was so much better than the first list, and I feel like it's just improving every time I play it. But I played the spice in the main deck, bro. It was so insane, and I'm gonna do an entirely different video about a certain card because it's really that good. It makes this deck a solid tier 1 for sure. Well, let's just get right into it. We stuck with 3 Ecclesia. I think this is correct. Ecclesia is really strong. It's a starter. 3 Moye, 3 Long Yuan, and 2 Taya. I did stick with 2 Taya. Banishing them off Desires is not the end of the world. Just having access to 1 for your grind game is really strong. This is like what gets you to Yazi, and Yazi is insane, of course. And then obviously 3 Rhoda. Oops. 3 Rhoda, the Monster Reborn, and the Blackout. You don't need more than 1 Blackout. If you banish it, it's not the end of the world. It's just like Taya. But Taya's a little bit more important, so we play 2 of it. Blackout, like, it's just not mandatory. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about it. For the Tenyi lineup, it's a bit different because we made room for the goo. But we did play 3 Ashina. We cut the shooter to 2, which I was really hesitant on, but it was worth it in the end because of the card I played. 2 Adara. I did cut 1 because I played the water guy, Shithana. He was very good because of this next card. Oh, this is the card, man. This card is actually nuts. Heavily Dragon Circle. So this card dodges Valor, Infirm, Droplet, all that stuff. It helps you play through Floodgates. Like, this card is absolutely incredible. It's a quick play spell. Tribute a worm, search a worm. So basically what you do is, like, if your Moye normal summon gets like Infirm, you chain this, tribute the Moye, search Shadana, the Moye resolves, and then you special summon this, and you go for your 8 in combo anyways. So that's like the main application, but this card also, like if the same scenario, you summon Moye and like they flip a Floodgate, then you can tribute the Moye, search Vishuda, and out the Floodgate. Super good. This card was insane. Like it won me so many games, and it actually like outed a Mystic Mind. So the card was insane. But it is a hard once per turn. And it also searches Tenyis in the graveyard. So very good. Very strong card. Definitely recommend trying it out. 3 Desires. And then for the hand traps, we played 2 Ash, 3 Valor, and then 3 Infirm. Infirm's obviously just like the best one at the moment. Valor's also really good. When you start with the Long Yuan, and like they drop Token Collector, you can normal summon this and then go into Yazi, pop the Token Collector and play. Like, yeah, super good. And then Ash is Ash. It is once per turn, so I just decided to play 2 and make room for other utility cards. And honestly, like, all the ratios were perfect for me. Everything worked out very well. I wouldn't change anything in the main deck. The last 3 cards were 2 Chalice and a Cosmic. I decided to go with these because these out like the Scythe Lock. Obviously, Chalice negates like DPE and Winda. It's very strong. Can stick Phoenix Enforcer to striker boards, and obviously negate Phoenix Enforcer, and then you can shuffle the Phoenix Enforcer back, which is very strong, or banish it with Changing. And then Cosmic, it also outs the Scythe. It outs Imperial Order, which most people are main decking as their out to Mystic Mine. I think this is just better in case you're playing into Imperial Order or any Floodgates. You just flip this and you get to play. So it was very strong. 40 card main deck, super consistent. Into the extra deck. So we played 2 Monk. I did cut 1 because I'm not playing Vessel, and I felt like the 3rd one actually didn't come up much. I didn't miss it. You just kind of manage your resources a little better. And if you don't need to make Monk, like, just don't make it. Usually you don't have to make the 2nd one unless you're playing through something and you need to have that effect monster on the field. You just, make the 2nd one. But definitely have at least 2. Shaman's crazy. This card is so good. If you open up Tenyi, Moye, and Taya, you summon the Tenyi, and if your Moye gets stopped, you still just go into Shaman, discard Taya, summon Taya. very strong. And then it pairs well with this guy, because honestly, if you just have a card to discard and then another name to activate after that, then you can go into this guy, destroy the token collector, and you are fine. So, then we played 2 Chi-Sha, 1 Changing. This card is absolutely crazy. I played a 30-minute game 1 against Tom. Shout out to Tom. He's playing Invoked, Shaddoll, Dogmatika stuff. And this card stayed on the field for like the entirety of the game. It was so good. It was really hard to out because it got so big and his monsters got really small. But he's crazy. I did still play 2 Boxia. Boxia was really good. In the Tenyi build, I think the second one is nice for the break back. So I think I would still play 2. Yazi is so insane. This card, when you make this card, resolve it. It feels like you're just winning. Chao Fang, yeah, this is like auto win against Drytron if you summon this, and then Protoss pop it to search a hand trap, and then Protoss, you know, obviously they can't play next turn. You search Ash, so if like they're playing the Fusion Destiny, you just Ash the Fusion Destiny because that's the only line of play. Berserker and Dragite, still play this because you can go into this and like it's kind of a surprise factor sometimes, and if you go like straight into this, sometimes you just play around like Torrentials and Imperms and stuff. It's pretty strong. Barone is, you know, it's Barone. Barone is correct, and it does so much for this deck. It's really crazy. And then this is probably getting cut. Every time I like looked at this card and felt like I could make it, making Cheng-Ying was just better every single time. So this probably gets cut for a second Barone, honestly. I might think about another slot like Baguska or something, but I felt like I didn't really need the Baguska because of the way the deck is built. But this might just become a second Barone. I feel like that'll just be better. For the side, we did play the Protoss. Obviously, this is the one of the main reasons to play this deck, blocking out your opponent, and even like cracking boards with this thing is crazy. 3 Drolls. Droll's really insane right now. Dark Ruler, the one time I saw this, I got Featherstorm, so it didn't matter. This card was really good. I actually set this as a bluff with Blackout, like in a mirror match, and the other guy, he had Moye, and he was playing on the Blackout, so I couldn't use the Blackout, and once he out of the Blackout, he set 2 back row and passed on that. And it was funny, on my turn, he flipped anti-spell in the standby phase, and then I just flipped this, and it was so clutch. And then reboot for like Harvey's Featherstorm, trap decks and stuff. And then IO, this is like the 15th slot. Obviously this is a really good card, and it can stop blowouts and stuff. And then Judgment. Judgment was really good, stopping, you know, a bunch of random like Eagles, strikes, all that stuff. Yeah, the deck was super good. The only thing I would change is the Ready Rose. That's it. Everything was magnificent. Shout out to Steven for hosting the event at Hatters. It was a really good turnout, very competitive play. Shout out to Gio for making Destiny TCGs and getting top 8. His deck profile is on the channel already, so go check that out. Huge shout out to Team Golden Age. I played a couple guys there on the team. They did very well. I think they both made top 8. Shout out to Brendan and Avon for play testing with me, letting me borrow the Lightning Storms. And yeah, shout out to everybody that went. It was a very good turnout, and I'm looking forward to the next one.